Hey everybody, it's Crafting Journey with Rebecca, Crafting and Crime Daily. Welcome to another episode. This is the Friday edition. Oh my God, I had to buy a jacket last night. It got into the 40s. I was freezing. So I did get over to the Goodwill bins yesterday, and you can see my car is packed with stuff. The trunk is full, my car is full, packed with all this cool stuff. Oh my God, yeah. Can I show you? I don't know if I can show you. Can't reach it. I can't reach it. Hold on. What have I got? Oh, isn't he adorable? Yeah, lots of plush. This guy is he's a TY bear, a Thai bear. Hey, one of the biggies, one of the big ones. Anyway, so yeah, I went there yesterday, and then I feel like I'm going uphill here. I've got so much to talk about. Holy cow. So I went to the bins yesterday. Great finds, and you pay for it by the pound. I did not know this. So I fill up my cart, and I go and I pull in, or I pull up to the register, and she had this little tiny scale at the register, and I'm like, how is she going to weigh all of this stuff that I have in my cart at this register? So I asked her, and I'm like, you're going to weigh each little thing? Because I asked her, how do you pay? And she said it's about, $1.40 a pound. So, oh no, we're buffering. Nice to this may not work, not sure. Anyway, if you're watching back on the replay, don't forget to hashtag replay. Let me know you were here, leave a comment. And if you're here live, thank you for tuning in. So I go to the bins, but yesterday afternoon, I was listening all day long to the January 6th hearings. They started at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Fascinating stuff. And I don't want anybody, I'm not going to express my political views here, but I'm just going to say that the hearing was fascinating, and they ended up issuing a subpoena for Donald Trump to appear before the January 6th committee. Now, the subpoena will expire when, the election is over and the new Congress takes over in January. So he could delay it and not ever appear. We'll see if he ever appears before then, but some really interesting footage that they showed of, Nancy Pelosi and other congressional officials that were stuck inside this Capitol building, and they were trying to get help. Cash vehicles take ticket. Okay, that's me. I'm a cash vehicle. So I'm getting on the toll plaza. Again, I got to get a ticket. So that's what happened in that hearing yesterday. Then I get to the hotel where I'm going. I get settled in, and I get a hold of Tia. And so we arranged to meet up. I met up with her maybe about 7 o'clock, I guess, 7 p.m. Let me grab this ticket. So Crashley comes out, she gives me a hug, and they're all inside at the retreat, and I'm outside. I'm not allowed to go in, because, oh my God, that would be like a violation of some kind. Whatever. So I give Crashley a hug, and Tia and I go shopping. So we had a really good time. We, catching up. Tia's Crazy Craft Addictions. Check out her channel. So she and I go shopping, and I drop her off, and I say hi to a lot of other people, Rochelle and Berta and Crashley and Kerwin. Crashley gives me some Alice in Wonderland release papers, which I'm thrilled about. I don't even know what I did with them. I can't show them to you. I don't know where they are. This car is so full of stuff. So then I'm heading back to the hotel after I drop off Tia, because my hotel was about 10 miles from where they were. I'm heading back to the hotel, and my tire blows out. Yeah, so I'm sitting on the side of this highway, so I realize, I on my phone, I get a hold of Progressive, and I put in that I need roadside assistance, and they text me back and say, they do a location finder, and they find where you're at, and then they text you back and say, it's going to be 75 minutes, make sure you're somewhere safe. And I'm like, oh my God. Now it's like 10 o'clock at night. Hi, Lisa. It's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm texting Tia, and I'm like, Tia, I'm stuck. I'm on the side of the road, and I've got a not just a flat tire. My tire was shredded. So this really, really nice guy stops, him and his wife, and he had this beautiful bulldog named Boo. Oh, yay, Lisa gets to go home from the hospital this afternoon. Yay. I'm so glad. I hope you're feeling better. Probably the medication has started working. So this guy stops, and he says, I said, I'm waiting for roadside assistance from Progressive, and he's like, no, I'll do it for you. And he's pulling stuff out of the trunk, and he gets the tire out. He jacks up, he did the whole thing himself. And meanwhile, I'm like waving cars into the other lane, because I don't want him to get hit by a truck or a car, because I'm on like the main highway. So he changes the tire, and Tia's texting me, give him a tip. she's so funny. So I offer him $20, and he wouldn't take it. He's like, no, come meet my wife and dog. So I go over there, and I'm petting the dog, and his wife is like, I said, I'm so sorry, I stole your husband. And she's like, no, he's been doing this for 17 years since we got married. He always stops and helps people. He said he used to be a truck driver, and mind you now, Progressive is still not there. He's already changed the tire. So I'm driving on a donut right now, a donut tire. So I'm going 50 miles an hour, and people are like whoosh, whoosh, passing me. That's why you're seeing all these cars pass me, because I'm the old lady on the highway today. So I did this morning I got up at the hotel, and I went back to the bins this morning, because it was only like 45 minutes to get from my hotel to where the bins were. And I got another whole cart of stuff. There's so much stuff, I don't even know where I'm going to put it all. Stuff for my resale business. And then I put in a thing to go to Tires Plus. So I go to Tires Plus, which was like 4 miles from the bins. And he says, it's going to be a 3 to 4 hour wait for a new tire and to get it put on. And I said, no, can I just drive back to Wichita on this donut? And he goes, yeah, bro, you'll be fine. So I'm just making sure I don't go over 50 miles per hour on this daggum donut. But as soon as I get to Wichita, tomorrow, I'm gonna get home, and then tomorrow I'm gonna get this car and get a new tire. What a night. So of course I was very, very upset, just shaken by all of this, and it was so nice to see Tia and Crashley and Kerwin and Rochelle, and I met what is her name? Corinne. I met Corinne, but I would love to have gone in to say hello to all the people that were at the retreat, but it was against the rules, so I was not allowed to do that. But a few people did come outside, and I gave them hugs and said hello, and so it was just so nice to see Tia and Crashley, and Rochelle and Berta, oh my gosh, and Corinne, everybody that was there. God, you guys are amazing. So what else happened in the trial world yesterday? I started off this morning watching Darrell Brooks again. He's the guy that is on trial for driving his SUV through the Waukesha Christmas parade. And he's still defending himself, and he's just doing it really zealously. He's really annoying this judge. You can tell she has had it with him. Like, she just she brought in the jury this morning, and he kept arguing with her about some piece of paper that he had been handed. I don't even know what was on this piece of paper, but he wanted to discuss it, and she said, "I'm not discussing that piece of paper with you. We're going to move on." And the jury comes in, and he's still arguing with her, and he won't stop arguing with her. And she's like, "Can you please have respect for the jury and sit down and stop arguing with me about this piece of paper?" He wouldn't stop, so she had to take the jury back out. And then he's still arguing, and finally she says, "I'm going to give you 5 minutes to calm down, and then I'll be back." I'm sure she probably went somewhere and took a Xanax, and then she came back. And by then he'd calmed down, and they brought the jury back in, and they started the testimony again. It's still witnesses along the parade route. They're worked their way from witnesses at the start of where he drove into the parade till each point that he encountered a victim. It's very sad. And today he was making a big deal out about where the barriers were along the parade route, and that there was no ability for the driver. He's talking about himself in the third person. There's no ability for the driver to get off the parade route because it's all barricaded. And yeah, it's crazy. What did you say? I can't see the chat. Sorry, it's hard to see the chat. I'm sure the judge and prosecutors are so stressed. Yes. That poor judge, honest to God, she has so much patience with him. Honestly, she really does. But I'm sure she's exhausted by the end of the day with him. Extremely exhausted. So I am a couple hours from being home. And I'm really tired. I went to the bends this morning, and I spent probably a couple of hours there, I'm going to say, because they kept bringing out new bends, and I got to take gloves next time because it's kind of hazardous to put your bare hands into those bends because there's glass that's breaking, and it's just... But I kept finding good stuff. I'm like, oh my God, how are people passing this up? Then on the way, after that, I was trying to find... I went to a garage sale. I saw a sign for a garage sale. By then, this is in Missouri, in Kansas City, Missouri. So I went to the garage sale. I didn't find anything at the garage sale. I didn't film it either because it was really a very small sale. And then I went to this place. I found this thrift store called the Red Barn, and they had some amazing stuff. I could have spent hours going through everything that they had there, hours. But I knew I needed to get on the road and get home. Plus I was really thirsty, and so, but I bought, I think 12 pairs of shoes. They had some amazing, nice brand shoes that were slightly used that I can make a profit on. So I'm pretty thrilled with that. Nikes and Keds and all these different New Balance, all these nice sneakers, boots that I'll put up for sale in my store. But I've got several days worth of work sorting all this out once I do get home. So, I'm sorry there's not a lot of detail about all the different trials to give you today. Like I said, Darrell Brooks, that's still going on today. And I'm waiting now for the Wagner case to resume after lunch. And then that's what I'm going to listen to on the rest of the ride home. So I can bring you guys up to speed on what's happening in that trial on Monday. But a lot of, I watched a lot of videos last night, a lot of disappointed parents from that verdict out of the Parkland shooting trial. That guy murdered 17 people, gunned down 17 people, and did not get the death penalty. He got life in prison. And some very, very disappointed parents with that verdict. But from what I understand about that jury, one of the jurors on that case, the Parkland shooting case, Nicholas Cruz, has already called the Attorney General's office in the state of Florida and made a complaint, actually opened a case, and is saying that they were being bullied, or, I guess that's it, bullied by another juror. And apparently the decision was like 3-3. 3 people wanted life, 3 people wanted death. Interesting. But it only had to be one person that wanted life, and then he would get life. I mean, in order to impose the death penalty, everybody has to agree. All 6 people would have to agree for it to be a death penalty. And apparently, like I said, it was 3-3. And now there's a juror that's saying she or he was bullied. So I don't think any of that is going to change the outcome of that trial. But it is interesting to hear about it, to get some insight into the jury room. I think it would be fascinating to sit on one of those cases as a juror, but there was so much coming and going with that case, and just to get to downtown Broward County and find a place to park, and I don't know, maybe I wouldn't want to be a juror. And now they're probably being harassed by the media. So that is my live show, guys. Sorry there's not much interaction as far as live feeds go, because I am driving on a donut. So I love you all. I'll see you Monday in Crafting and Crime. I will be doing my regular Sunday live at 11 a.m. Sunday. Until then, I will sign off and say goodbye. Don't forget, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.